How are you feeling?
Feeling great. I mean, excited about this year. Obviously, excited to be here at this fan fest. Good to see some of the guys and share some time with them. And obviously, coming over here to share some time with the fans.
Willie, I looked it up. You're a 455 lifetime hitter in this ballpark. It's only 11 at bats, but still, you've had hits in 5 of them, and you've hit a home run. Or is being back here bringing back some good memories?
Yeah, we had some fun here last year. So obviously, yeah, it's been only like one series, but yeah, we definitely had some fun, and it's always great when you hit good, and when you win games.
What did you learn about, I guess, Giants fans in particular and their excitement for their ball club?
I mean, that they always show up. It doesn't matter like how good we're doing on the season. Like they showed us love last year throughout some difficult times, and they just showed us how much love they have for their franchise and for the players there. So that really means a lot to us as a players, and obviously we're trying to give them the same back. We're trying to give the same love back, and like I said, we really appreciate that.
In light of that, do you feel like there's an excitement? It seems like there's always excitement before training camp or training camp, opening day, all that stuff, spring training. Do you feel like because of the road you guys have had and some of the changes you guys have made that excitement is even heightened?
Yeah, of course. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of new phases in the team this year, and we're excited about it. I mean, everybody within the organization is looking forward to go, on the field and compete, and obviously to get to know a lot of our new faces that we have, the new coaching staff and everybody. We're looking forward to start playing with them and spending time with them.
What was last year like for you individually?
It was a challenging year. Obviously, adapting to like everything. Fans, organization, city, new stadium, but it was great. I mean, obviously, at the end of the year, we didn't achieve what we wanted to, but I think we learned a lot from last year, and we know we need to get better in some areas, and I think we're doing a really good job to start creating like a different culture and just to be better on the field, obviously. But for me personally, I just try to be more consistent and keep trying to get better every day.
I love how positive you are. So positive. Even when you guys are behind, where do you get that from? You're like the cheerleader of the team. Where does that come from?
Just from the love of the game. I mean, I tell the boys all the time, it's like, this is my dream and I'm just living it. I'm just embracing that every day, every moment of it. I mean, even the hard times is part of the dream. So you just have to know that, you're going to have difficult times, but still your dream. So for me, it's just like, it's just the love that I have for my dream, and that I'm living it every day. Not everybody had the opportunity to live their dreams and do it every day, and I do. So that's why I have fun every day.
And I bought purple tennis shoes. Are we going to see
Nice.
more of your purple?
Of course you will. Yes, we will. I mean, yeah, definitely.
How was your trip to Korea and seeing the Giants brand grow internationally like that?
Yeah, it was amazing. Obviously, that's something different for me, and I think for everybody. Just seeing then that supporting John Woo and like obviously his hometown and like his culture. I think that was big for everybody. For me, going there and like showing love to John Woo, and I think that made him feel more comfortable, and we showed him that we really love him and we're embracing him and his culture. So hopefully he feels more like home now. But I think it was a great idea and great initiative to go there and like try to grow the fan base, and obviously to support John Woo. It was amazing.
What was it like walking around with him, seeing his like rock star status?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, I didn't know it was such a big deal like that, but it was really cool to see. I mean, the first thing we saw when we were pulling up to the hotel was a big, super big poster of him, like with a watch brand or something, and I was like, I took a picture and I sent it to him. I was like, "Damn, man, you're a big shot here," and then he was just making fun of me. But it was cool. It was cool to see that.
Being part of Fan Fest, I mean, when you interact with these fans out here today, what do you want kind of each one of them knowing? If you had a message for them, or what do you want them walking away knowing about you or your club?
No, that we love them, that we're here, obviously to show them love and to have a good time with them, and just just trying to reciprocate what they gave us all year long. I mean, that's why we come here. Just to show them that we really care and that we really appreciate the love that they show us every day.
What's your new coach like?
It's amazing. High energy. I'm excited to, looking forward to play for him and, to see what he's all about. And, everybody's excited about him. The whole team is just looking forward to go on the field and play for him. He has a lot of energy, and I love that.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
How's your off season been? What anything new in your life or what you've been doing?
Yeah, just working out and throwing. Bullpens have started, so throwing. Probably got off the mound about 6 times so far. Yeah, feeling really good. Body's feeling good. Yeah, that's about it.
Any new wrinkles?
No, but I feel really good about. I've been working on my slider, trying to get that back to where it felt pre-surgery. So, been working with Christian and Justin on that pretty hard lately. And it's coming along. I like where it's at right now.
What does it feel like with the new coach and everything? What's the feeling with the team?
Yeah, it's exciting. Obviously it's something that's never happened before. We're all excited. He's been around a little bit, especially more lately, as we're getting close to spring training. So had some really good conversations with him, and he's definitely going to bring the energy, and I think it's going to be fun.
What's your personal goal for this season?
I think the biggest thing is staying healthy, making all my starts, and going out each time and giving my team a chance to win. Like keep us in the ball games. Obviously as a starting pitcher, 200 innings is kind of a goal every year. So if I can stay healthy, I think I can do that.
Robbie, what did you make of just last year overall for you and the club?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I felt like it was a good year to build off of. Coming my first full season off of surgery. Being able to throw 182 innings after only throwing 30 innings the past 2 years for me was huge. Just gave me something to build off of coming into this next year. And I think, for the team, we got a really good group of guys in that clubhouse, and we know that we're capable of winning. And, for all of us, picking up Rafi and having him for a full season now, with us, not having to make that transition into the middle of the year, going from Boston all the way to San Francisco, there's going to be a little more comfortability there. He's going to fit in really well with the guys. And, it's always tough getting traded like that. You expect to spend your full career with the team, and then all of a sudden you're moving all the way over to the West Coast. And, so obviously there's some growing pains there, but to have him over there at first base and for a full season, I think is going to be huge for us. And obviously, we've made some additions this offseason, picking up Harrison Bader, excellent center fielder. I think we're making the moves to make this team really good.
Please talk about the way the rotation is shaping up right now with the new additions, especially.
Yeah, for sure. The 2 guys that we added, I've seen them throughout their career, and they've had some success. So it's been it's going to be a fun year. I think we got some really good guys in the rotation. Obviously, Webby, what you can count on when he goes out there. So, but the new guys that we added, I think they're exciting players. Hauser had a great year last year. Molly a little bit. A few injuries last year, but still had a great year. So, for me, I think those guys round out our rotation pretty well.
When you look at the outfield defense now, how much better do you think it is than, especially for a team that you guys keep talking about winning with pitching and defense? How much difference does that make adding Bader and shifting Junku over?
Yeah, I think, obviously Bader's a great, excellent outfielder. And, I think Junku, I was reading the other day, when he was in Korea, he was a right fielder. So there's going to be a little more comfortability there for him, I think. So I think just in general, making that move is going to help out our defense for sure.
Robbie, I grew up in Sacramento, and growing up, I had friends who were A's fans, and then I knew people who were Giants fans as well. Are we in Giants or A's country?
This is Giants country. Obviously, it's tough. Talking with Webby, he grew up here. He was an A's fan growing up. So, it probably is a little more. But when the A's moved to Vegas, I think, it's just natural that this is going to be Giants country.
What is you talk about your comfortability these last 2 years for you and just getting healthy. Does this feel a little foreign? I would imagine probably welcome to kind of feel healthy come into a season and having everything just kind of lay ahead in front of you instead of having to worry about the rehab and what lies ahead for you.
For sure. I think, for me, for putting the first full season behind me last year, getting those innings, and having a normal off season this off season and going through my progression like I normally would, has helped me to feel normal again, for sure.
As a guy who pitches at Oracle Park, when you turn around and see Harrison Bader out there in center field, kind of a difficult outfield to maneuver defensively for guys. What does it mean to a pitcher? What does it mean to yourself when you turn around and see a Gold Glove guy out there?
Yeah, obviously it is a difficult outfield, but when you have a guy that can run balls down and is excellent in his at his position as much as he is, that it does give you that comfortability that you can go and attack guys. I think that's the biggest thing is it makes you comfortable on the mound to go after guys and know that ball in the gap's probably going to get run down.
You ever pitch to the ballpark? In other words, it's okay if this guy hits a deep fly ball to center field because the wind might take it and there's some good outfielders.
I don't necessarily pitch to the ballpark. Okay. I just kind of pitch my game, but I am a fly ball pitcher, so it does help when you have guys out there that run things down.
What do you want the fans to know when they see this tonight?
What's that?
What would you like the fans to know?
That we're hungry and we want to win. I think that's the biggest thing is, we want to get back to what Giants baseball is, and that's winning baseball and making it into playoffs, getting deep, and winning a World Series again.
I've got one more Sacramento-related question. You're a veteran pitcher, obviously. Is this your first time ever doing a fans fest in an opposing team's home ballpark?
Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah. It's a little unorthodox, but we'll make it work.
When we were on a conference call with Buster and Zach yesterday after the Bader thing was announced, and Buster talked about Bader being high energy and playing with some edge. He's talked some throughout this offseason about Vitello being like that, and yeah. Buster kind of wants this to be a team that has a little more edge. Do you sense that, and do you feel like that might be the kind of team you have?
Yeah, I think so. I think it. For me, it's tough when you walk into a dugout. For me, I do a lot of observing. Because I only pitch every 5 days, so I get to see a lot of what's going on, and sometimes it can get a little stale in the dugout. So that's one thing that I don't think is going to happen. Obviously when we traded for Drew Gilbert and he brought the energy that he brought, the guys fed off of it, and it's infectious. And I think that's something that Tony's going to bring, and something that guys like Bader is going to bring, and obviously Drew, he's going to be himself. So I think it's definitely going to be a little more higher energy than what we've seen the last few years.
What about the edge part? He's also talked about, I don't necessarily want to see guys hugging opponents before the game and high-fiving opponents.
I'll be honest, I don't love that. When I step in between the lines, I have a killer mentality, and it's me against you, and I'm going to come out on top. So I'm not a huge fan of the hugging before the games and in between innings and on the base pass, but if you want to see a guy after the game, that's fine.
How do you think Willy Adames is going to adapt to this?
It's tough. You have a lot of friends in the game. When you play for long enough, you do make friendships, and you're going to end up playing on separate teams than guys that you've played with. So I get it. I totally get it. But this is you got to be able to flip the switch and have that killer mentality.